Okay, let's go live. It's James speaking. I got a question for you. When is it legal to use Gemini 2 live multimodal AI when we're creating content that is based on videoing someone else other than ourselves? I have no idea what the answer is to that question, but it's stuff I'm thinking about since all of this AI stuff came out. Now, if you haven't seen the channel before, my name's James, trainingsites.io. I've done a couple new videos recently just talking about the new Gemini 2.0 live multimodal AI tool, and that's the ability for us to watch live with the camera and interact with the video stream with audio live in real time with AI. And if you're filming stuff or you're creating online courses or training material and you're using an AI tool like this, what's legal and what's not? What is the right thing to do? What's the wrong thing to do? I don't really know, but I think it's stuff that's going to come up. And more importantly, I don't know the answer, so I want to start to at least investigate it. And I just wanted to share some of the things I'm thinking about. And if you have answers, please let me know in the comments below. I'd love to find out more about it. And it's pretty confusing because if we're selling courses and we're selling something that we've recorded of someone else and then critiqued it or turned it into training material, remember, this can be live on the fly or even from a recorded video. Like, where does all of that fit in? Um, I'm not really sure. So that's why I'm trying to figure this stuff out before this AI stuff comes quickly and we're kind of all left deep into it. So I have no answers. This is an open discussion, and I'm looking for any feedback or anything along those lines. Now, for me, the interesting thing is if you haven't been, I'll put the links below in the discussion below. It's trainingsites.io/join is where you can join my community. But this site I'm talking about, maybe I better open one up so that you can see it and just have an interface to it and see what it actually looks like. I'll bring it over here so we can take a look at it. So if you go to aistudio.google.com, on the left-hand side, you can see there's the studio here. It says stream real time. And what it allows us to do is when we're streaming on real time here, we can talk directly with the microphone to Gemini. We can show Gemini with the webcam, just like I'm doing right now. And we can actually share the screen and have it go with the screen. Now, if you haven't seen the videos, I'll put the links below. One thing I did learn just recently is when you're playing around with this, in the bottom right-hand corner, there's this little one that says grounding. Gemini can use Google search to find information. I've been doing this with it off, but I found out you can just turn this on and it actually will do a Google search while we're interacting with the tool. But this stream real-time one this is a live audio, video, screen, text, everything multimodal interface into the AI tool. So the way I came into this or kind of flopped into this was because I had done a video earlier. And in that previous video, what I did is I spent some time going through and I had Gemini 2, I had it look at a video of people playing pickleball, my kind of hobby sport here. They were playing pickleball, and what I did, I was asking Gemini about the people playing, who was playing the best style, what styles were playing, what the rules were, how people could improve their serve, or what are things that they were doing that were different than other people. So I was interacting live with the video. Now, I said in one of those videos, I said, you know what? I'll actually go and do a YouTube video of me watching someone play pickleball live, and we'll interact live in real time when people are playing. The first one I did was just actually having Gemini look at the video. So it was technically doing a screen capture of someone playing a sport. I wanted to do it live and see what would happen. So I figured that I would go and try and find a place for me to go and watch people playing pickleball. So I went to the local, I'm in Canada here, so it's winter. We can't play outside in public. So I had to go to the local community center where they have gym facilities and hockey rinks and all sorts of stuff like that. But I went there and I tried to go to the pickleball courts, and it says right on the pickleball courts, it says no filming or cameras allowed. So there's the first thing that kind of came up. If I go and I wanted to film someone playing to do the demo because I'm creating a video, there was some rules about the facility that I was in on what I could and what I couldn't do. Now, if we even sign up to Gemini, the version that I showed you, if we even agree to use that, we agree to some terms of service, right? We agree to all of the rules and regulations that Google puts in. But if I'm going to film something and it's in a space, in this case, a municipal space, I have to abide by the rules that were in on that space, the pickleball courts. So, thing that kind of caught me here is I'm going, okay, great, pickleball. And then I looked over to the other side, and the same facility has 2 ice hockey rinks. And in the ice hockey rinks, there's kids who are under 18 playing ice hockey. Now, if I go to that part of the building, there is nothing that says no cameras, no videos. And in fact, there's all sorts of parents out there filming their kids, grandparents filming their kids, everyone's there. So, can I go to the stands and start filming underage kids, under 18, not underage kids, but children under 18, if none of them are my own? And can I create a training material asking about the game they're playing, how they can improve, what are things that I can use about someone playing a team sport? So, kids hockey, everything like this, there's a whole bunch of questions around it, and I really don't know the answers at all. And even if you think about it, if you go and, I phoned the bank last week, and the first thing that happens when you phone the bank is the contents of this call may be recorded for training purposes. So the bank, when I'm on the phone, asks for consent. If I go and watch or film a hockey game, whether it be a public hockey game that is a professional hockey game or one that is just a pickup game, where does that fit in? They didn't give me consent, so I don't really know what happens there. So this whole issue of being live and interacting with AI tools that are working or using the people that are in public, what does that mean? Like, is it a public space? What are the consent issues? Is there restrictions on the events? So if it's a public event, is it one that says no film or cameras are allowed? Am I allowed to use it for commercial use? Can I use it as part of a training course that people have to purchase or pay for? And then there's a whole issue of moral or ethical. Because the people in playing hockey were under 18 and none of them were my own and none of them gave consent, can I create a video from that? Can I critique the video or get involved with using what they're actually doing as something that I have in a particular training course? And I don't know the answers to this. So, if you do have answers about it, I would love to hear about it, because it's not just about finding out the use of it. Is it permitted in the first place? Do I have limited use? Um, does the copyright check at YouTube go through and figure this out if we're going to put it up on YouTube, if it is even public? And even about things like social media, if I take a look at what happens on social media, there's all sorts of people that are altering content on social media and posting it. Now, I guess there's terms of service for each of the individual social media platforms, but how do they police that? And does it really matter if they police? And do they have to be policed? I really don't know. The part for me that's a little bit confusing that I'm trying to figure out, and again, it's something to just play around with and think about this when you're creating or using all of these AI tools that are multimodal, is if we take a look at it, my understanding of fair use for education, this is just what I researched. Again, I have no legal background to understanding in this. I read, and this was from a Perplexity search, that 10% or 3 minutes of a presentation slash educational content can be used or can have other people's content in it, but it's only used for instructions for those enrolled in the course. So is it a paid course or is it part of a course? I don't know the answers to that. What if I make alterations to it? For example, if I've got some of these new fancy AI tools that show people or adjust people's arm postures or diagram things that they shouldn't have been doing, I'm altering something that was in the public that's a created video, and I don't have their consent. So, there's three big questions for me here. And again, I just want to bring them out there, just think about them and see how they fit in. Um, these are the ones that I think are interesting that I need to find out more about, and I don't know if you do as well. So there's the legal rules. Is it for city rules, municipal, city, state, province? Don't know. Is there copyright issues? Am I going to be legally responsible for something that I did or not did, or created or not created? Am I going to be civilly responsible for that? Am I breaking copyright laws? And then what are the moral or ethical choices that we have to make about using these AI tools to capture and or create content in and around or with them? I don't really know. And then, is it educational fair use? If I am doing this for the purpose of creating a course or an online video tutorial or a YouTube video, you know, is it educational? Is it entertainment? I don't really know. And the problem is with this is that we're going to have good and bad actors. We're going to have people that abuse this, and we're going to have people that honor it. And I'm not really sure which way it's going to go. Um, I'm super excited about all of the AI stuff, and especially the agents that are coming up. But I don't know the answers to all of these ones, especially when we can start doing it live. And this Gemini multimodal, I would think people have thought this through, the people that are bringing this stuff out, but being able to kind of facilitate and figure out which one applies to which situation is going to be something that's going to be interesting, I think, for all of us. And I don't mean to, harsh everyone's mellow and say, don't use AI or don't capture videos. In fact, I think you should capture and create as many videos as you can on YouTube and in your education business. And I'm going to explain that in the next video. But I'm not really sure what's going to happen here. So keep your ears to the ground, pay attention. If you have comments or questions or other resources to share, I'd love to see them. And again, if you haven't already, just go to trainingsites.io/join. Get into the community there. And if you do have resources, please share them. That would be wonderful. So my name is James. I'm here to help you start, build, and grow your education business. Like and subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff. I'm here every day just to chat about creating online courses, AI items, and building your own personally branded campus. Take care, expect the best. We'll see you shortly for another great video.